Salute guys. Jibrumas to Maya. Jibrumas to Maya. Jibrumas to Maya. Back with another public service announcement. Back with another public service announcement. Gents, I hope you guys are feeling good this morning. Salute guys. Jibrumas to Maya. Back with another episode of the PSA podcast. Myself, Mr. Maya, and of course my brother Early be in the spot. Early, hoe gaan het meneer?
Ja, Chais, is lekker my bro, as is stressie. Dank je dat je me hier zit.
Thank you to you, bro. Look at this. It's not a formal sitting. We chilling, we lounging. There's a conversation. We lamming. Hoe gaan dingen met jou?
Ik kan niet klaar nie, my bro. Ik is dankbaar. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be here.
I appreciate it.
And just grateful to still be active in the music industry, man.
Listen, bro, man, kijk eens, your journey has been a mighty one. You know what? And I tell people a lot about, they say, early beat. So many, actually, met a friend of mine, he said, yeah, but early beat, kom nou die aan de dag. Ik zei, nou die aan de dag. I said, my friend, maybe you weren't born yet, you know? Maybe you could have still been in your mother's womb, and Early B's been doing music for a very long time. So, because I don't want it to sound like any other old interview, just a small little of the early days for Early B, like when the music actually started for you.
Okay, I'm gonna say it started around about 2008, my bro.
2008, yeah.
Late 2007 into 2008. Really started popping 2009. That was with Darkscroof and stuff.
Yes.
But now, back then, we just had the Bluetooth vibe going, man.
Yes.
So we used to send our songs out independently, create the demand for people to request us at shows, festivals, so that we can make money.
Yes.
That's what I say. So that was our strategy to actually attack the game.
Now, if you go back all the way to 2008, man, and what was for you, I mean, obviously, let's juxtapose the music industry that you see today. How much different is 2008 to 2024 when it comes to...
My bro.
Yeah.
When it comes to like just putting out music.
And like getting shows and things like that.
My bro, I'm gonna be honest now. In a way, it's easier today, but also difficult because the market is so saturated and the climate of how people handle music now is different. It's like back then we could have like a double album from Tupac.
And we could listen to that thing for
yes. Die next year uit, bro.
Yes.
Now I'll drop a EP or 18-track album and then next week they're gonna ask me wanneer kom je nieuwe goed uit? Verstaan je wat ik zeg? And that's for somebody that's been doing it for a minute. And then coming to shows, myself, Admin, MC, ons het onze eigen geld bij elkaar gezet, wallpaper paste gekocht bij die hardware.
Allemaal goed in de maak zelf, ja.
You know, en dan gaan boeken ons community centers in different areas. En daar is ons hustle gedaan het in shows zoals die. Like that was our hustle trying to get our music out there. And
now if you see it now, obviously with the advent of things like the social media now, there's TikTok, there's Instagram. Look, social media is huge now, no?
Thanks.
With that being saying it's oversaturated now, do you feel like there's much more artists, like emerging artists out now versus when you were busy?
Facts. Yeah, it was in the time when we came out now, Afrikaans hip hop, it was known.
Yes.
But it wasn't as popular, man. So when we came in, it was almost like ons het weer goed te kom wakker maak in PE. I'm not speaking for Cape Town because I know there was stuff happening in Cape Town. But for PE, we came to come rock at the wake, and then we started hearing we're making waves in Cape Town as well. Yeah. You know, so back then we only knew Cream.
Okay.
We knew Cream, Isaac Mutant.
Yes.
Like he was like our praat to say like okay.
Nah, as Mutant.
Verstaan je? Hij man say is gevaarlijk en ze warm. You know. And then obviously Reddy was like.
Because all this stuff,
You know, he is like the Jam Master J of our vibe. Verstaan je?
So now obviously you were in between both cities at the time. You could see him obviously later getting to that point coming to Cape Town. Now if you look at the musical, let's say the scenery in PE versus Cape Town.
Yeah.
In the early days. Also, I'm going also pre-2010.
More vibey.
More vibey.
And
What's
I blame
more vibey? That side, I don't know.
More vibey in PE.
In PE, okay.
And I blame us for that. MC Ellen adds me for that because for our Afrikaans rap sounding for sounding more vibey in the Eastern Cape.
In the Eastern Cape, yes.
Because we had that Isaac Mutant coming from with the rap in 20s.
Yes.
Het was staan vast. Jy sal hulle boek vir jou geluk betalen. Ja, klaar met die kuiplits. You know, so that was what we got. So we were like, we must let them know die ding ruk ook in die baai. Maar die ding ruk ook in die baai. So we go to clubs and things. Ons like sulke goed. So ons gaan rap oor sulke dinge wat ons aangaan. So the music back then was much more vibey, clubby and things. Hence the reason why I came with Do It Duidelijk back then and all those things. that was our sound, and it was more a core sound here in Cape Town. Our own, like we had conscious rap and all those other things, but the popular sound was the vibe here.
And now,
Things
if you look
in
at
PE.
your side of the neighborhood, were there other artists other than you guys that also were making waves at the time?
Definitely.
Because look, I don't even know how I got your song, but I'll tell you someone sent it via Bluetooth.
Oh,
So in case you're wondering how it worked, the Bluetooth definitely worked with that number was gespeeld op my V360 met
Ja,
even
bro.
voor hy
Hy
tyd.
sê vibes, man.
So that
V5
was,
op die
you know what I
V360.
mean? And I got the song and ons daai nummer geluister, jong, en ons daai nummer geluister.
Dank
But
you,
now, who were some of the other guys doing also what they were doing around your time?
I must give props to okay, the guys that came before us. CJ them unauthorized and those guys came before us, but in the time that we were there, I must give it up to rest in peace, Jacques and Junan, the terrible twins.
Okay, yes.
So we actually came and they did it before us, and then there was a quiet period, then they came back and it was like, wie's die nuwe lighties? And then we were like, yeah,
Ons is ook hier,
was dan, ons is die ouens so, wie's julle? You know, so they were, we had a lekker beef, so to say.
There was a proper beef.
My bro.
Say was van die beef. What happened there, bro?
Okay, I gaan nie te diep in die dinge
Okay.
because Junant is not here to say his side.
Yes.
You know, but the beef was hectic because Jacques and Junant was known for having a gangster history. Verstaan jy?
Okay.
And as rapping, ons gaan, like I can slaughter you on a track. En
Yes.
dan gaan het daar los because I was on school that time, my bro. Verstaan jy? Ek gaan nie mense gaan doodmaak nou in die straat.
Yes, and you were a musician.
You understand? So what happened was Junantim had gang ties, and you know the whole story of like your enemy or my enemy of
Yes,
but
enemy
the
of my enemy is
my friend.
Yes.
You check, so
Okay.
automatically the ones that didn't like them and their friends started linking up with us, and then it started looking like we dabbling in.
Battling mekaar was like a whole
Verstaan
thing,
jy?
yeah.
It started leaking over to the street. So we actually had to have a thing where the son came in and had to have like a peace talk with us, and then we showed, and then we had to do a song called Make a Change.
When was this around? What year was this exactly?
2010.
2010.
100%. I can
World Cup
remember.
time, huh?
World Cup tyd. Ek sal
Yes.
yes. vergeet. Ek moes Admi kom halen by school. Die mense gaan aan. Hier's gangsters hier voor. Bro, het was hectic. Die mense kom na my pa se huis toe, na my ma se huis toe. Sê vir my pa, hulle mors met regte gangsters, hulle moet watch. En sê my pa, wie is julle wat vir my kom sê julle is gangsters? Ek moet weet julle is gangsters.
Okay.
So it was stories like that.
Like that,
was,
yeah.
It was
Like,
hectic.
you guys both jump on the song with Shakira at the time. And one time, waka, alles uitgesoord.
My bro. But that was the vibe. So there was G5, Ghetto Ochis, Boboy and Onrustig. There was a whole lot of rappers that came up after that. And I must say it was a lekker time to actually be a rapper because
Yeah.
it was very competitive and everybody sounded different.
And so were some of the people that you were looking up to at the time? Let's say not locally, let's say internationally, some of the people, but you, because the thing is your sound didn't sound like anyone else. It sounded like you guys. But obviously there were people that were inspiring to, ons klop aan me. Let's say who's your top 3 international artists?
On that
2008
side.
side.
Yeah, 2008 side.
Yes.
Definitely 50 is up there.
50 Cent, yeah.
Eminem is up there. And Dre would always be there, even though he didn't put in that much, but he had a classic, man.
Yes.
And it was something we pumped and we believed
What
the
is it, what, the
stories.
Chronic now or the
Chronic,
eldest,
man.
yeah.
Ah, wait, that was the flippin' album for me. So 50 Cent, heavy influential, reach because of the mixtape story.
Yes.
People didn't understand. Hoekom rap jy op 'n ander man se
Mixtapes,
beat?
yeah, it was mixtapes. That
Yeah,
was the,
it was a story. Hey, gaan tronk toe.
did you drop any mixtapes yourself in the early days?
I did, bro. We were known as the mixtape Owens. We did like nine mixtapes, but we didn't know how many songs can go on a mixtape, so we would like put on 20.
20,
It was
35.
MP3 series, mos nee.
En so wat Nero Bird mense gesit.
Ja, bro. Alles ons sit. Jy kry 'n MCL en AJM CD alleen, and we used to sell that stuff 30 rand a pop afterwards, né? Dan kom Taxi Owens. Owens wat 6'2", 6 werk factory Owens. Dan vra my pa, wat smokkel jy hier? So?
My CD's with numbers.
En sit net met 'n spindo.
Wat buite CD's.
Ons het daai gemove, man, bro. So we moved through that. And it was, soos ek sê, it was net 'n baie lekker tyd om te rap because there were so many different sounds. I could immediately listen to somebody and know exactly where he's from in PE.
Okay.
Like that it was. Van die bra klink soos hy's van die Park, die bra klink soos van die Ghana, Karol G hulle. It was a whole, bra, it was klomp rappers and it was aan die brand, and that time you had to really show skill to stand out. Check it.
And now I mean coming back when you in PE now and you look at all the times, are there also new emerging artists coming out of PE as well?
Definitely. I still keep my hand, my ear close to the street on that side. And I must say I like this new song that Junior King I worked
Just
with him
Junior
on.
King, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then this bra called Kylo. I think he's not from PE, but he worked with Junior. Kylo. There's another bra, Jondre. He's also lekker. There's another chickie from PE, man. But she had like a line that resembles Dakskroof, but it sounds gevaar.
But maybe you never know. Maybe she saw some inspiration from what it could be.
Boy,
never know.
There's a girl called Mia Leah. There's quite a few stuff happening in PE that I got my eye on, and obviously I have a plan for going.
And now you are, I mean, you in Cape Town a lot.
I stay here now,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You in Cape Town a lot and you stay here now.
Yeah.
Now, ICP is also obviously, what I've seen, I mean, I've done some shows over there as well, and I see like how P is obviously merged and look like it looks much better now when it comes to event bases like that. How's the energy when you go back home, or like when you back in the old neighborhoods?
As liefde, my bro. And that's what I wanted to. I don't wanna sound otherwise. I knew I was gonna be something in the music scene.
Yes.
And I always wanted to be the bra that any lighty can walk up to.
Okay.
You check, like if I go to PE now, walk in Bloemendal, the smallest lighty can come up to me, run up to me, ask me anything about cars, music, whatever, and then you can get the oldest toppie that's gonna ask me about life. Was that what ik
Yes.
say? So I wanted to be that, bro, because I always wanted more, man. Ons, I like if I say ons, I'm talking about MCL and Ajami. We saw something different than mense gedink ons is mal. You know?
Like in the early, but that's the thing. No one else believed because at the time I think it was. If you look at back when you were uni, because I started, I think it was a little harder to assume that it was gonna be.
Yeah, bro.
Like, let's say our local artists were gonna actually make it to proper stages.
Facts.
Like they never thought it was gonna be that. It's like, ons gaan die numbers in die kamer maak.
My
En ons gaan die goed uitstoot.
Like chiggers, you go to a club. We used to do gate crash parties, my bro. You gaan club toe, ne? You know this DJ, my bro. And you know mos when it's his set now, sy set.
Speel die numbers.
Hy speel, my bro, speel die number.
Speel die number.
Of gee ons net gee ons een song.
Ja.
3 minutes. Bro, dan gee hy man jou die kortste kabel. Ons is 3 ouens, my bro.
Met een mic, of wat moet hulle maar?
Ons met een mic, ons
Dan moet hulle net daar staan. Gaat sy?
Na ads me toe. But we everything just to rock the thing and to show the people that we can create something here, man, and be us, it's, you know.
But that's amazing, the journey, man. That's also just to show, like, I mean, being so, let's say, consistent or wanting this thing to happen, because somewhere along the line you could have said that, nah, weet jy wat, die ding is nie vir my nie.
Waarheid.
So
En jy
then
kry
what kept the energy alive, man, to like, nah, ek gaan, man.
it was just the thought of like, you can. This is the other thing I want to also tell you. When MC Earl and Ajami split, when Earl and Ajami split, nah, my sister told me, like it was a couple of weeks just before we split, she told me, look here, I believe in you, man. I'ma quit my job, and then we're gonna work together.
All the way through.
Verstaan je?
At that times.
Bra, I was in diet ever I can tell. My sister saw it way back, like way back.
En ek meen, julle is nou nog saam.
My bro, hy's my sister, hy's
Yes.
my blood. So for me, it was on the one end, I can't disappoint her. Because I mean, she made her life stand still for a bikkie. Kom ons help my broer gou vorentoe
his
gaan.
dream.
You understand? Yes. And it worked out so amazingly because she swatted what she's actually doing now with me.
Yes.
Understand? Not even knowing that I was gonna do that back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why
so that was most of my motivation, like to not disappoint the people around me, my parents. My broer, my pa het my kerk toe gevat en laat die mense bid. Dis al se penning. Like this is all talent.
Okay.
Pray for this, man. Aan die een kant check ek, ja, my pa vat nou spy nou, hy wil nou die hele kerk wys deeltjie wil nie werk nie.
Die sy penne, wat was sy talent, ja.
But you know, but back then, like you didn't see it that way. But if I look at it now, I'm check, yeah, my toppie actually, he believed in me, man.
Yes.
And he was like, ons,
And he blessed with that even so, because you never know, man, what those prayers could have done, you know what I mean?
Verstaan jy? So that was the thing, man. Not to disappoint the people around me and myself, my bro,
Yes.
because it was my dream.
And other siblings, was it just you and the sister?
Just me and my sister.
Just you and the sister.
Net twee.
And what's the age difference? She far apart from you?
6 years, my bro. She's 6 years older than
She's
me.
6 years older than
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Oh, sy is baby boetie.
Ek is
En sy
baby.
sê, nee, maar ek gaan boetie getuig op die ding.
Oh, hey. Laat die jongen hom regruk.
And then for her to leave that side of the neighborhood, was it okay for her? I mean, because was she like, you know what, since I'm going to be following you and your dream, if we have to go that side into the Cape, we go into the Cape together, or Joburg, wherever you, because I mean, you probably went to so many places. She decided that she was going to just follow you on that journey, wherever you were going to go.
I tell you, if my sister was a bra, she'd probably be the vreedste bra ever.
Yeah.
Because if she make up her mind now, it's that. We're going to do it. Doesn't matter how we're going to do it, but we're going to make effort to do it. En ons gaan het afpoelen en ons gaan terugkom met 'n story. Either we learn something or we achieve something.
We achieved something, yeah.
You check. So that is my sister's move, and she locked in, my bro. She locked in, like, to see how she brought us, because we were young, Owens, on school, rapping, girls going crazy. She was like, guys, do you want to come back here? Do you want to make something out
You
of
gotta
it?
make something out of it, yes.
Je kan wel nou, maar ik kan het alright. Maar je weet, je gaat niet zeker kan terugkomen. Ik kan niet meer zo schreeuwen hoe hij tijd.
Yes.
Daar wanneer je weer komt. You know, so she gave us the game straight. And that gave us the business mind of like, okay, nah, we must come back to this place. Die kind moet mij nog een beetje meer smaak next time. To pay the entry my bro.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Because the hustle was the money, not the kinders.
But now, so I mean, if you look at your sister's background, was it any way musically inclined in the sense of managing and stuff? Or was it something that she also just learned the buzz with you?
No, bro, she swatted PR. So it was already in line with
In
my
our
stuff.
bloodstream, okay, I got you.
She did project management at Kucha. And then yeah, she was basically the project manager at Kucha, also handling events and things. So it was een lijn al
In the line, okay, I got you.
Met wat ik gedoen het. And her friends that she swatted with all went into like entertainment industry and things. So she had that.
So that was
linked
my
up.
perfect, right?
It was linked up. You
En
know.
die talent was doen het.
Yeah, so that was the vibe. And a lot of times I will tell her like, yo, kijk, baie dankie voor wat je gedaan. En ze is like, nee bro, ik kan niet iets gaan maken als aan die sauces.
As it is, it had to be something good. So you were the product itself.
Nah,
now, if you look at also about the splitting of you and your, you and your brother in the early days,
what?
where did that come about? For what was the whole reason that you decided to go your separate ways?
Okay, so baie mense verraad. So he actually is a life man. Let me say so. Life takes its twists and turns with everybody, and Ajmi is a person that is very shielded. So I like it allemaal in sy besigheid. Even though we like the rapping about this business, jy moet nie kom my vra van my besigheid.
Van my besigheid, yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's that type of
100%.
bra. And at the time we were swatting film and television production to shoot our own videos. And he told me that time, like, nah bro, I'm just gonna focus on the studies, man. I'm gonna be terugsit met die musiek. Because we made so much music already. I was like, nah, it's fine.
It's fine, chill out.
Can it so long release? But then I saw afterwards like, nah man, die man, like, is hy wil meer gooi nie. Because the way we used to rap was like daily.
Passion, energy, was his house, was on the camera,
Verstaan,
skryf, was beats.
You know, so that turned into him writing me a letter in the song. I wrote the song Deerdruk. So he wrote me a letter. Because we love this bro so much, man. He was like, my bro, he's going through something right now. Sorry. He's going through something right now. And he doesn't want to actually carry that, but make himself heavy for me to carry.
You to carry on.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from my side, I could just say thank you. In that song, I even say thank you for the letter that he wrote, you know. And it did take him in a different route, and that's why I'm so heavy like with bras and things. If I lock in with you, I lock in with you for life, man.
For life, yeah.
Verstaan je? And we were so many friends back then. Achterna was het net ek en Ajmi. You know, so it was more a thing of like, ek wil liever almal sê wat aangaan nie. Because as ek en die man, as die man se besigheid, but is tussen ek en hy, man, you know. So
And if he wanted to tell you, you'd have told you.
exactly.
Yes.
So I was just there as a friend, and I carried on with my passion, which I wrote the song, and I told the people like, look, let's respect the man's wishes, man. I'm net 100 amper 200 songs saam met my uitgesit. You know, let's rather
what you want.
praise his catalog, and if he wants to line. Wie ken je wat 200 songs al gemaakt heeft in zo'n kort tijd, you know?
Some people don't even have 200 songs out right now.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
Facts. So
your relationship with not just him, but also all your old, let's say early high school friends and things like that, the people who saw you on the camera. What's the relationship like now?
That's dope. No, we still lekker. We still reach out to each other. Like my school friends,
Yes.
they always like my bro always tells me, bro, remember that day in the maths class?
What do you
Man is writing rhymes, man. So I was explaining, I don't know, was it Pythagoras or something? Ik zeg me, bro, ga niet die way vangen, maar laat ik maar rhymes krijgen. Maar het staat krijgen.
But listen, how was your marks back at school? Was it?
I was average. I won't lie. I ga niet liegen. Because I was naughty, man.
Yes.
That was my thing. Ik was die woelige ene. Like my maths sir, my matric maths sir tells me, my bro, not my bro, but he tells me, oh, you know what? You're not in school, but you still give me problems. Kids are playing your songs, yeah.
Yes. But that's quiet. They still get to hear you and connect with you. But that also shows you now. Let's say now, because if school maybe wasn't your passion, but music was, and I hear you are a success story of that for you. Because look, as we know, the journey of success never stops. You must never get to the pinnacle. Like, okay, I'm successful now. It's a work in progress every single day.
Facts.
As long as you don't drop the ball. But now, if there's someone at school and they're watching this and now they have a talent and they're like, yeah, nou, weet je wat, ik wil hy rap of iets, ek wil hy... But now the work seems to be lacking. How do we let them balance this out? Because considering the world today...
Facts. Mensen zoeken no,
Yes.
alles no klaar. So I'd really say, julle, focus maar dan eerste man. Soort maar dan eerste iets uit aan die kant. Because the skill will always be there, bro.
Yes.
The skill will always be there. And nurture the ball on the side. Maar try him at least net iets op backup. Have that backup.
Have the backup.
Because that was me and my mother's argument. Because I was like, Mommy, I'm sure I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be the guy, yeah.
I'm gonna be. My mother was
And
like,
in the event that it didn't happen, then what were you going to do?
exactly. Mechanical engineering, my bro. So ergens aan de kar gewerkt.
Op elkaar gewerkt.
Yeah, I wanted to go work. Because remember, ons is PE uit de nacht. VW is net daar. I wanted to be...
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a test driver, my bro, for VW.
Still loving the cause today?
Love it. I'm racing today, my
You're
bro.
racing today?
Yeah, I'm racing for Liqui Moly.
Okay,
So
dope.
I'm a Formula V driver for them. So it's a really like it's a beautiful thing when you move in your purpose, my bro. It's like alles val in plek
falls in place,
you know, because I wanted to be a race like a driver, an advanced driver. Now I do race car driving for Liqui Moly through the music that I met those people through music.
Yes.
You check. So music took me through all these things, going on TV, sitting here with Mr. Meyer.
Yes.
Verstaan jy? 'n klomp goede wat net in plek ingeval het vir like in 'n ding waar ek geglo het in myself. You know, and now where I'm at the point where I want to share things, talking about school and moving in purpose. I'm looking back now at PE and I'm saying, okay, right, I know in school my biggest influences came from there. Verstaan jy?
Yes.
So I started a foundation where I take kids out of primary school.
How long's the foundation running now?
Maar it's my second year, man. Now.
Second year, okay.
Yeah, it's my second year. So actually my first year operating.
Operating,
first,
okay.
Yeah. So I take 2 kids from primary school, not the smartest, the hardest working, and obviously that shows that
Commitment and really
the
drive
commitment.
and things like that, yeah?
Verstaan je? So I take 2 kids. I took 2 kids and I'm putting them in better high schools.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting them through. I'm paying school fees. So at least we know, bro. Your naughtiest, bro, you most probably met on school. Like I was a brava kind, but stout geweest op school. Like yo, bro, yo.
Listen, can I be honest with you? Since we're having this conversation, ek was uitgesmeid almal die klasse. They just thought to me, as ek nou my onderwysers nou net sien en sê hulle Mr. My, you know what? Hoe is dit dink jy gaan 'n groot fokkop is? Like because the thing is, because I was also the one talking at the back of the class. Werk gedoen, nee,
Yep.
glossie werk,
Nou
weer
vast, man.
assignment doen.
Gesels
So,
met die weekend.
because again, my passion was to talk and to connect with people and
Facts.
to just be social all the time. And you know, when you're in school, that's just not the way it goes. But
True,
now
bro.
looking back in retrospect, they tell me, you know, it's great what you've built. You know what I mean? And I mean,
True.
for you, so now with those kids, are you trying to find those kind of kids within those?
So for now, the goal is to find those kids. Actually, to get a institution where we can work on somebody that already has the skill of like connecting with people. So we see you can go in a line of like either podcasting or interviewing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that is the end goal. But right now is just to get the kids in a better institution where they can get better education and build better connections.
For
Because
sure.
your connect is also from school, maybe.
No, 100%. Because that's
You
what
check.
some people also, or you ask your people sometimes, they say, why are you sending your child to that school? Hulle bly al die tyd
Facts.
hier in die hoed af, but
Facts.
hulle steal hulle kinders na high school. And I was trying to tell people, the thing is, the connections you might find here is not the ones you're going to get over here. Because
the truth.
here, you know, the moms and dads are, I'm just making an example,
That's
could
a
be the
fact.
doctors, could be the people who own the companies you want to work in.
That's a fact.
So these are the people you want to be surrounded by.
Facts. And
Yeah.
to bring it back to the music in a way, I had friends on we can call it white schools, man.
Yes.
So we had friends on white schools that we used to share hard drives.
Okay.
So they used to give me all the songs that used to pop back then, like on their side, and then I would give them songs that's popping on our side.
Yes.
So then we would get the feel of like, okay, now I don't raga. So if we get a beat like this and go rap this by that school's
They will
talent
feel
show,
that.
they're gonna feel that, and that was
That's
our
how
thing.
why, yeah.
That's how we thought about it. So just looking at it in that perspective, the kids, whatever they want to do, they'll most probably know somebody that was almost like or going in that field.
that field, yeah.
You know, and giving them a better
So
chance.
now if you look at your catalog of music that you've made, like obviously as yourself, as Early B, all the
Mm-hmm.
way, look, your sound is different. And I pride myself because I can't tell you there's anyone that I say who sounds like Early B or like,
Thanks.
nah, I'm not going to be just early.
Oh,
There's
ouais.
no one. You sound like you.
No
And it's
way.
only you. Your sound is lashed onto lots of South Africans all around the world. It's okay. It's very open van alles. It
En ek is
It
dankbaar.
doesn't matter what's happening in South Africa.
en ek
Hoezo-
is-
Early B is going to
Ek
be
is-
over.
ek is
So like,
dankbaar,
I'm already
man.
expecting you to say, nah, man, you know, and which means that the sound is much more it's not just PE now. It's not just Cape Town. It's a international South African sound that we know to expect from you.
I'm great.
How's your music evolved for you personally? Like on this journey, like how you check now, okay, you got the elements. Like that thing that you said about taking the hard
certain
drive.
elements.
Do you still find yourself doing that kind of stuff today?
Definitely.
Not the hard drives, but just like
Oh,
songs
yeah.
that, okay, weet jy wat? You got
Definitely.
high play too, so maybe something like this.
Definitely. So back in the day, old producers used to go dig in the crates where you look for samples and things. My digging in the crates is going to. I'm at the show almost every week. Verstaan je? So I go to shows and then we would go to another club or something and see. Okay, because I'm doing Annie Boss Fears next. I know for a fact. Okay, there's gonna be owens with khaki shirts en wat. Maar daar gaan altijd mensen ook wees wat de vibe wil hê.
Yes.
So hoe gaan ek 'n early B-vibe bring op 'n beat soos daai? So my music did evolve in a way of like me thinking of business-wise, how am I gonna succeed in this thing? And on the other hand, still stay because that's
That's the everything, yeah. Like how do you
the
do it?
thing. You understand? Because let's say your shop, your huiswinkel by die huis, die auntie wat toffee appels verkoop, né? Om die draai. If that auntie's business starts booming, sy gaan 'n winkel wel in Kanaal ook gaan oopmaak, maar dan moet sy kyk vir wie ever nie so soet dan dit soos die light is.
Yes.
So you understand? So then she's gonna have a different type of toffee apple.
How we have maar 7 different type of top apples.
Exactly, maar is nog steeds aan Hester se.
Sugar-free one.
Verstaan jy? Is nog steeds aan Hester wat dit gemaak het.
Yes.
So you have to still stay true to who you are, but also understand like the room or read the room that you're in. You understand what I'm saying?
So now, do you feel like with you doing more business, working with different clients? Because I know obviously when you do what you do, you start to get brand deals, you start to work with this brand, you must be at this festivals, this many time, and the demographics always changes no matter where you go. So with that, so do you have when you come to a place before you even get there, you're like, okay. Nah, ek dink dis is nou mos moet week vandag. No? As ek hier is, nah, die 3 sal definitief hier week.
Oh, yeah,
Ek weet nie crowd. Ja, jy
gaan nie span nie.
Ons hy nou.
Op die moment,
next
sê.
week.
Sy het al gebeur, my bro. And you know what? Now I must give a lot of props to Emo because my first essay tour that I actually did was with Emo, and there I really saw how that man read the crowd and saw which song on that moment. Ons gaan nie hy ding doen, ons gaan nie niks.
No, yeah.
You understand? So there I learned on like how to move a certain crowd. Some people are just very good listeners. They want to sit and listen. Hulle gaan nie spring nie.
Yes.
I just want to listen. At the end of the show, they're gonna clap for you. Like they clap to the song. That's
Because it's a show for them. Sometimes they just actually want to just like take it all in.
Verstaan
I
je?
got you.
So if you see it's that type of crowd, then you must obviously bring them more conscious stuff. And thank God that I'm early B wat alles try en doen.
So your catalog is at least groot genoeg om alles.
Ek het ietsie in die kat vir wie ever en waar ever ek gaan. You know?
Yeah, and now I mean, what is your feedback been like in other cities apart from Cape Town and PE?
The Pretoria, Joburg, Richards Bay. Ek doen nie baie Durban nie because Afrikaans is not that big there.
Okay.
But Richards Bay, there's love over there. But the acceptance of the music is next level, maybe. Me going into the motorsport scene now, it's still love. I'm still seen as early. I'm a racer.
Yes.
But I'm still seen as early beer. Ga je number maken? Rij gaat nog weer. It's still that vibe. So I still get that. So it shows that daar is nog liefde in die muziek.
In die muziek.
In die movement van die muziek.
So now being an artist that's also a race driver, right? And all those things. Do you feel like this is like sometimes people must box you in, man. Do you feel like there should be more room for people to do more than one thing?
Definitely. Definitely. Je kan niet Dago was chocolate. Je kan niet diezelfde ding doen.
Yes.
Alle tijd, bro. So my thing is like I started out trying to do a live video, laat ik zo zeggen.
Yes.
But then people from in certain positions sees that this man's live pulls in so many thousand people. How about we put him in front of a camera and try and do the show here?
The same thing, yeah.
You understand? So now you've wat live videos getry maken, maar nou try him nou a presenter te wees, you know? And that's trying first. And then afterwards saying, okay, now I must actually learn this, that. How you go read more, you go find out more. And that's how you get to do whatever else you want to do or see how talented you are. Because you can't even as any try.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
So with everything that you are doing, like you said, it would have been motor mechanics, right? Or artistry, but Are there any things that early B likes that we might be done about? Maybe early B want to become a cricket player. Maybe early B want to play some soccer for the school. Maybe you want like this. What are some of the I won't say talents or some of the stuff that you actually enjoy that people don't know? Goed, wat hulle nie sien nie.
Hier word ek rap baie van jammer reine.
Yes.
I wanted to be a bodybuilder. So
A bodybuilder, okay.
Ek gaan nie
Maar
werk
jy sal quite big yourself,
Ek was
Desa.
Nee,
Ja?
bro. Six pack is a party pack. Ek gaan regkom.
But so did you spend some time in the gym?
Definitely. We made songs like me and Ajmi. I found out Ajmi could rap on our way to gym.
Okay.
So ons was gym koppen. There was an uncle, Eddie, rest in peace. Eddie used
Shout
to
out to
charge
Eddie, yeah.
away, bro. That uncle, I see now only what that uncle did. He charged us R2 a week. Ek gaan vandag maak.
2 rand a week.
Away, bro. R2 a week to come train in his garage. But that's to keep us off
But he had all the equipment,
Alles.
everything.
He taught us. He was there every day. He taught us routine, everything, how to.
Hy was nou nie 'n party wat hy maar gemaak met 'n 2 rand op
Exactly, bro. He didn't. JD, his daughter, she's a grown lady now. She come nog naar my shows toe.
Yes.
His granddaughter. He used to give it for her, like to go buy her stuff
Was
and all.
it okay?
But I see now what that uncle's plan was.
But still, man, also to
check.
show you also, like, I guess the thing also, like, being responsible and you know what, I'm
Yes.
going to come through. And
Facts.
there's a safe space for you to be away from everything else.
Facts. Al die ander goede wat aangaan. So, daar was my ander ding. Chumming my bro. Maar het zou iets met karren geweest. Ik beloof je, maar toch is een mechanic. Ik maak karren geleden. Ze lijkt, wauw, dingen goed. Ik heb zulke goed gedaan. So, all that was my thing is like cause.
If you look at PE, so back in the days, back in the days, was there lots of like negative factors around where you stayed?
Yeah,
growing up?
definitely.
Like, this is Cape Town, you know. Like for me, I know this place. I mean, there's a fact. We've seen plenty growing up.
Yep.
Was it the same on the other side?
Yes, bro. People, like for us, it would be normal saying, ik heb mijn bra gezien. Doe het. Like, doe het geschiet voor me. You know, not. I was geschiet and we ran to see who got shot. My bra, dat was school braaf, man. You know. Daar was een post niet ver van waar ons afgebleid. The light is that they were, in the time that there was the beef, part of the reason for us to actually show that there's peace because because there was gang violence happening.
Okay.
With I don't know how many lighties per week was dying, my bro.
Yo.
So it was really a very, very violent time in PE. There was like, bruh, it was bad.
So much for the friendly city, eh?
Facts, bro. Facts. Wat hulle nie publicize, man.
Yes.
Verstaan jy wat ek sê? So what was happening in the northern areas and still happening is bad.
Now that is why I asked me because maybe we weren't exposed to it because now we have an idea of what we think is happening in PE
No,
versus not being in there. Because I mean I've driven through PE all the way around the back there. I'm like okay,
Oh, ouais.
there's a klomp different dorpies hier agter. Like met die dinge neukie.
Oh, ouais.
So but the thing is you don't know that unless you've been there.
Facts.
Facts. Because
bro.
if you as die mense dink, no, we're going to PE, hulle sien net Summerstrand.
As die waarheid.
I said,
And I say
relax,
that in the
as
song.
weer aan Summerstrand en die boardwalk.
Veer meer
Gat
as
met
dat.
die agtertoe.
As die waarheid,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Not true. And that's part of the reason why I feel like a lot of people ask me, hoekom draai jy dik chain en alle goede? I'm like, bro, enigste ons met dik chain wie ons gesien het, was jy ons wie uitgeskiet het, eile perlemoen geduik het of like
Yes.
drugs verkoop het. So, I'm doing rapping, my bro. Ek gebruik my kop en ek try my song by mekaar te maak. So ek kan ook 'n chain kry. Miskien moet ek hierdie lightie so influence. Gaan rap 'n bietjie my bro. Jy kan ook so 'n chain kry. Jy kan ook jou ma iets so, jy kan ook pa iets so.
So, but that
you
also
know?
show me that like your understanding to wearing the chain is much bigger than just.
Facts.
I followed my dreams and I didn't have to do this and this, but I did this.
Facts,
That was
bro.
my dream, and look, I can do it too.
Not true. And not knocking to the other man.
Yes.
Doing whatever, but you have to do what you have to do to look after your family. But me looking at it in a certain way is how do you stop that ripple effect of like the lighty falling into standing on the corner, selling a certain bow, getting into war with the next bra because he's selling his bow here close to your place. And then, you know, stopping that.
No, I
trying-
got you 100%.
Now, eh?
And now, coupled into that, how do you feel like do egos play a big role in not just music, but on the street level, man, like of how people deal with each other?
Definitely. I think that's why we have this whole back and forth happening in the streets is because een man is die man genoeg om te sê, because my bro, vra enige brouw, hoe's het wo? He doesn't want it.
Yes.
Like my bro, ek het die lus vir die goed nie. Man moet aanhou agter my rug kyk.
Yeah.
Maar I have too much of an ego to tell bro, my bro, is jammer vir whatever ek gedoen het.
Yes.
Is jammer, kom ons sit daar agter ons man. Verstaan je? Of een soort die way hieruit, of Vego. En dan lossen ze alles neer zo.
Net zo, oh.
Daar is hij, nee.
Nobody
And
wants
that's-
to lose. Everybody want to be the man.
Exactly. So right, ik smile mee, no, how net ook krijt zijn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. That's the vibe, and that's the problem.
Now that's also like we also talk about this thing about brown people from Cape Town or from the Cape or from South Africa that they have like this thing that they want to see the other person be dragged down and you never want to see someone else do better than you. Do you think that's been put in us by design, or is it something that we learn from where we stay? Like, do you know what I mean? Like the conversation around it, like who
what am I
pushes
saying?
you, man? That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what, nah? What happened to us as people in the past as een tafzaak van ons was allemaal net op een hoop op elkaar gegooid. En het was een ding waar ons allemaal moest onze eigen way uitkrijgen. So, in a way is het, ik zal het partially zetten.
Partially,
In a way is het een way van, ja, hoe gebeurt hij dan met hij, man? Wanneer komt mijn skip in, man? You know what I'm saying? Gaan hij maar nou weer. Now afterwards it's starting to be like, ik zit en watch die man de hele tijd. Ik tel die my blessings wat ik hier bij de huis.
Yes.
So I'm watching us man de hele tijd en ik zeg, ja, ik krijg alweer een kar. Hij gaat alweer aan naartoe. Het is span. Hij gaat uittrek. That starts building up.
To jealousy,
Do you understand?
resentment, or
So it's not like something wat al lang al in jou was en jy wil dit maar nou net uitkry en jy sê ding. That's something that's been already passed on for so.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
you know?
like in some weird way, that was like systematically
Facts.
put into the
Nee,
into
definitely.
people.
Ons nog steeds zeer as a groep, laat ik zo zeggen. Nog steeds zeer, and there's a lot of things we have to learn, but we came a long way.
We came along. No, and the reason I have this kind of conversations is again to because someone who's going to watch this, maybe this spot specifically, would speak to them. For where we are right now, then look, you don't have to have all the answers. I'm just meaning your opinion on it.
Nee, facts.
How do we kind of do better? How do we do better?
My bro, I'm gonna say this. A year ago, I started practicing just being grateful. Practicing it. It sounds dumb,
Yes, no, I
But-
got it 100%.
but just waking up already. And net om dankie te sê, het klink dom, but waking up and just being grateful that you are here. Waking up that I'm so far away from my massa hierself. My eie plek. Ik kan nou asemhaal, ik kan doen wat ik wil. Deur die muziek wat ik gedoen het in die kamer, wat dromen geweest het. So, ik is maar net dankbaar voor al die kleine goedjes. And once you start looking at life from that perspective,
Attitude perspective, yes.
my bro, dan ga ik dankbaar zijn voor die feit dat jij zo ver gekomen bent.
100%.
You understand? Because I remember Mr. Bayer laughing his ass off doing videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maar ik is dankbaar voor die feit we sitting having a podcast, my bro, and it's massive. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
So
And
then you start being happier for more reasons than just yours.
And when you when you are grateful, I think you allow for more things to flow into your life.
My pa zei altijd, als hij dankie zegt, like, als hij dankie zegt, je handen moet open, my bro. Je moet, als je hier, ga naar iets terug.
Something is, you know,
Dan
thank
moet
you.
balance.
So now also with this now, so now I gotta ask you this now. How have you been balancing work, you know, with personal life? Because it seems like you always have to be working. So when does Earl get a chance just to be Earl?
Dat is waar ik zeg, like, je moet baie belangrijk in jouw ding, in jouw hele vibe, moet je kan jezelf wees. So whether I have a little time to be I'm still on stage.
On stage, yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Maar stel keer wat ik oorgaan oor my performance tijd because I want to be for too long.
Okay.
Verstaan je?
Nee, but ik mean, say no, like, okay.
Oh, just to kick back and...
Like to kick back because I think of lots of artists and I know many of the artists and then I see them on stage and it's lots of energy and it's lots of power, but
Facts.
no one sees them after the show.
Nee, facts.
Waar water? Touw.
My braas weet.
Wat was dat? Hoe lijkt die man nou? Nee, wou jij met space? Ik heb even een foto.
Oh.
Wacht eens, hoor ik hier.
Oh, wait.
Because I'm backstage and I see everyone come over. I'm like, yo, nou steek misschien voor mij, maar nee, hij was klas. Hij zei, wacht, ik ben nat mee, bro. Wacht.
Oh, wait, bro.
Dat hij maar niet zit en zijn asem
Geef
verhaal.
hem net de kaart.
Dat is wel rakkie.
Nee,
Nee, 20
true.
minutes. Al krijg je hem twee nieuwe sweaters, 2 borrels en 3 towels.
Dan is hij recht.
Dan is hij recht.
Nou, wait.
So like that now, like this is who you're supposed to be on stage. And I'm talking about performance because you're obviously giving people a product.
Oh, yeah.
This is still who you are, but
Facts.
you know it's for people, so you do your
Yep.
best when you do it.
Yep.
Now, if you look at that versus, misschien is dat daar wat zei, oh, ik wil nogal net lam vandaag, man.
Oh, yeah. Nee, je krijgt dat.
Ik wil net blok bij jou.
Je krijgt dat. And you know what? Nah, I'm grateful for the people around me who understands me. Because als jij me voor de eerste keer zingt op een moederdag, Hier gaan dan die brasse spy me, bro. You know, because there's sometimes where you just don't feel like talking all the time. You
Yes.
don't let sit. You wanna, bro. You've been giving away so much of
Energy.
yourself.
Yes.
That you actually want to just, okay, laat ek net voel is alles nog hier, you know, of laat ek 'n sensorbeen eet en net so, verstaan jy wat ek sê? So, for me, I do have those days, my bro, but I must say, I've been putting in more than usual, because I know what I have to sacrifice to I know where I want to be, so I know it's gonna you have to sacrifice.
100%.
You know,
Now, the reason I ask that because I also ask people, look, and that could be in any discipline on the depends on what you do, you know. Some people do eventually burn out. Not saying
Facts.
you, I mean,
Facts.
in general,
No,
and I see burnouts happening in people where they fall into spells of depression or it's anxiety, or you're just going through where you feel like the world is against me and this is for me. And we have this conversation all the time because I also want to, because it's to bring the humanness
Yes.
to people, because used to say I have a goal and I have a dream and jy gaan wake op die ding, no matter what. When do you give the body or the mind a chance to say what? Koel gewoon net af. Dan klim ons weer op by ding. Because now you can easily get lost in the one or the other. So,
waar jy te relaxed is, en jy drive nie of you drive te veel en jy relax.
So how do we deal with burnouts then?
My friend, you know what now? You should afterwards then, that's why I say practice whatever with yourself. Like soos dat jy yourself kan ken, waar jy voel soos okay, ek is na by die edge nou. Maybe I need to take a step back or two, because I've reached the point where you on stage and you're checking like, yeah, why did die mense even oor my? Ek like aan moeg so, bro, ek was sick. Like,
yes.
Freak sick. There was a time where I thought I surely had COVID. I didn't.
Yes.
But I was that. So there was a time where I thought like, yo, bro, maar ek is freak sick. En die mense is like, gaan jy nou opgaan? And I'm like, yo, bro, give me daarom nog so klein bietjie tyd. You know, so that's when you start thinking like, okay, I have to look after myself and things. And after situations like that, I was like, okay, I do need a weekend off or something just to breathe and then carry on.
So what is your then? What did you say works for you? Because everything works for different things. Work with different people. For you to get back to yourself, to get back to your energy, you know.
Net rustig sit. The weirdest thing of all is because I know music for so long.
You just sit.
I sit, play music. That's it. And I will on flights I read books and blah, but I don't when I come sit at home I don't necessarily pick up a book or something. But I will sit and just listen to music, whether it's beats or whatever. It's always been part of my life.
Part of your life, yeah.
Always. So that will be my thing that I go.
Nah, for sure, I got you.
We
got another one. If you describe your music style in 3 words.
In 3 words.
Considering everything we just spoke about now also, and the different goede, and the different crowds, and the different catalog.
Okay.
So this is a tricky one. So that's why I
I'm
always
gonna go the simple way. Astana.
I felt like you were gonna say that already, and I even wrote that down. Like, nah, can I say? Austin, and now, so what is 2024? What has it been like for Early B so far? I mean, in terms of the music, in terms of releasing music, what have you been doing?
I obviously still busy with the music and things.
Yes.
I'm doing my last project on with this contract for the label. So it's that period of do we hand over, are we carrying on? But there's bigger plans for Early B music.
Okay.
You check so 2024 racing wise was alright for my bro. My eerste race to crash ek by die starting line. Kan jy dit glo?
Was it?
Bro, I was terrible.
Hoe so?
My bro, like ek moes met drags as ek heavy.
Yes.
So with track racing, the owens pull away a bit slower.
Okay.
So now as bra pulls away, I'm like, nee, jy slaap bra. En ek sê som right for the middle lane. My bro, as I jump into the middle lane, as bra clips me from the back.
Yes, sis.
En ek ry op wiel karre, my bro. In die lug en op binne in die muur.
Yeah.
It was heavy. It was heavy. So after that, I was focusing on getting the racing better. So racing was a big highlight for me. And then now dropping the second single for Fanny Dalaf my sito gevang.
Yeah.
That song where I just go back to storytelling, man.
For sure.
Waar ons rap soos gerap het in die dal.
And any features, any
So far
collabs that you've done?
So far, I'm really just focusing on up and coming artists. There's I don't want to give too much away, but there's a ballad that I'm gonna bring out, bra. I wanna. Van laat het ons like 'n lekker stadige Afrikaans song waar die kinders verlief raak, my bro.
Yes,
almal wil dood maak, my bro. Ek check net, bring 'n bietjie liefde. Lang een liefde, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm focusing on up and coming artists a lot, my bro. With Funky Cans, I had like 5 up and coming artists to just feature on the album, and most of them had opportunities to work with other things coming from that project. So me finishing this project off, I would like to do it again. You know?
Class. Listen, while we all here, I don't know if you want to give us something there, because we must now need a lekker promo for this episode or so.
Promo.
So, jy kan ons iets lekker gee.
I brought you a beat, my bro. You want a beat?
Wat 'n beat wil jy? Jy 'n beat saam gebring?
Ik zal het sturen voor je ook, als je het wil. Hè.
Nah, because my platform, your phone right here, then you can just give us
Okay.
a small. Even if you give us, yeah, I'm gonna keep it to my just here.
Nee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even as you might need 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just something. Just something.
You want something?
Yes, okay, right? So
Okay.
guys, coming at you right now. It's the PSA podcast. We got Early B live here.
Yeah,
you got us?
Okay. Als Holly B, samen met Mr. Mayo hier.
Yes,
Een
ja.
camera. Okay. Yeah. Check it. Now guess who's back? Kom ik maak jullie go voor, we brengen die vlammen op die tracks. Stilte aan die hoofd is die honorable act. Only beef van die douwe, Owens quick to draw with that.
Us?
Make it clip. Worry me, yep. I'm so much better than you all when it really comes to rap. Nou zit daar Satan is rolling, give altijd the thanks. Van hoe komt dat er light is in the future nou met rap? By the way, back in the days, she used to bump to all my tracks. Zij zei de hele school was al een Ajami perfect. They used to Bluetooth, there was no Spotify in it. En kijk nou aan my kant, zomaar waar je weg kan connect. Owens do the math, mind the pan, check the gap. My bra, ik influence generaties. Jij is nog bij je straat waar je moet wijzen wat je kan maken. Beter mij, dat is een regie, verstaan niet. Nee, is een liep. Je gaat niet aanvaren, ik van niet dallo. Maar ik altijd van die flammo. And if you think you die son, kom ik castemado. Van kijk mijn tracks, Lennox en je weer het slano. Hij is 4 angles, roep het maar een boxing bao. Back to that, ik go mee weer van de listeners de X. Zullen allemaal zal lekker als ik beginnen te rap. Nou kijk in fact, designers wat zo zou stof op het track. Zing wat designers, sites dat ik, zie, voetzek. Pas van die bassa, pas de graaien wees ik hulle maats van die jata. Lewe my lewe soos la barang, hulle rappers puasa. Eddie Gareo, unique my brother. Wie, waar julle raza, sit af by tuaga. Jou punchlines, piu, myne plakka. Peace van die East, breeze straight van die Dalaf. Bly die eister op die trek, Mr. Maya hala.
Danko. I'll be live with the PSA podcast. What more do you want?
Oh ja.
Zwaar moet dat.
Dank je man, sekunde, ik waardeer.
Kan ik met jou?
Vandaag direct die man de move.
Gaan we erover praten? Listen, that is some tight stuff. Talk about that music videos. Music, where can we check it all out?
On all platforms, my bro. I'm dropping the music videos. It's coming on YouTube. Ik heb lang class, like storytelling, music videos te doen. So it's coming on YouTube. Toegevang. If you guys know about me and situations waar ik amper geslaan word, die word ik geslaan.
Okay.
So Toegevang is coming. And then on all platforms, streaming platforms.
And while we all here, you know that thing that you spoke about the foundation that you started.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, is there any way that can people get involved if they want to? Because maybe
Definitely.
someone says, you know what, you never know who watches this. Maybe there's a big sponsor on board. You say, you know what, we can help you. Misschien dat die 2 kinders, nou kan het 10 kinders maken.
Dat is al bijna nice
Is
wees,
that something
man,
that we can think of?
Dat is al bijna nice wees. Yes. So they can contact Rochelle on rochelle@earlybmusic.com. And then we can take it from there. The foundation's name is the Early B Foundation. And the first leg, which is the education one,
Yes.
is Be Educated.
Now the reason I'm asking is I think we need to bring it to Cape Town. Want my kinders ook die school sit.
Oh, wait.
Maar is die niet buiten?
Oh, yeah, next.
Please, die foundation moet Kaap toe nou kom. En ons gaan 2 kinders kies van die Kaap. Right, boys. Gaan het uit.
So, Mr. Mayor, so like this one.
Yes. Listen quickly.
Oh, wait.
I just got 3 funny ones before we go.
No
3 funny
stress,
ones
no
before we go.
stress, no stress.
Listen here. Would you rather smell like sex all the time? No? Whatever you think that smells like. No?
Nee, bro. Ik heb nog kloppen
Or
gedachten
no?
gekregen.
Or soos aarde kwaliteit.
Ja, god,
So,
no.
someone always will say, dit is in jou broek gekak. Of,
Nee.
jy nou net ge...
Slanerig, maar liever rijk, my bro. Ik zal maar slanerig.
Kran, why that one instead of the other one?
Because I just aardig, even een kind, als je voor een kind zegt, moet het die vatten en zeg kaka. So, nee, my bro.
Okay, last, second one, would you rather have your face peed on or your body pooped on?
R. Kelly, los uit, alsjeblieft. Nee, my bro, niet één van die twee, nee.
Jy moet kies, would you rather? Ons
Moet ek-
pakket is ietsie vir die.
Dan dodge ik je droom, my bro, what the hell?
Last year voor ons gaan.
Oh, yeah.
Would you, if you had to choose, right? Would you rather drink a shot of pee or a shot of semen?
Here, my bro.
Ollie B, thank you so much for joining us here on the PSA podcast. Until next time, we out.
My bro. Yo.
Let's end it on a high.